And I would like to now ask Trustee Furstenberg to convene the meeting of the Committee on Institutional Advancement.
Will the Committee on Institutional Advancement please come to order? I note that no one has requested to address the committee during the public comment period today. It is now time for the committee to consider today's consent agenda. Is there any objection to the approval of the consent agenda? Hearing none, the consent agenda is approved. On today's discussion agenda, we have one information item, the 2018-2019 California State University Trustees Award for Outstanding Achievement Presentation. Each award includes a scholarship ranging from $6,000 to $12,000 to support these outstanding student scholars, all nominated by their respective campus president. These 23 awardees demonstrate superior academic performance, personal accomplishments, community service, and financial need. Certainly, they reflect and represent the best of the CSU. I would like to thank Chairman Day and members of the CSU Foundation Board of Governors, CSSA, the Alumni Council, and Academic Senate for serving on the CSU Trustees Award Selection Committee. The selection committee was responsible for designating top awards, including Trustee Emeritus Ali Razi Scholar, the Trustee Emerita Claudia Hampton Scholar, the Trustee Emeritus Murray Gallinson Scholar, and the Chancellor Emeritus Charles B. and Catherine Reed Scholar. I'd like to ask Chancellor White to come to the podium to begin this year's award presentation.
Well, thank you, Trustee Furstenberg. I'm so honored to join with you today to celebrate the recipients of this year's Trustees Award. The 23 students we celebrate today represent the very best of the California State University, indeed, of the Golden State. Idealistic, hopeful, dream-driven, hardworking spirit that defines California's past, its present, and clearly its future. And in their stories, which I encourage you to read in the booklet before you, we find exemplars of determination, perseverance, opportunity, and achievement through hard work and higher education. In other words, true grit. We as a university, as a community, certainly as Californians, are better and stronger today because of their stories and their achievements. And with today's celebration, these 23 recipients join a Trustees Award alumni class now over 340 strong. Let's think about that for a moment. What that number, 340, really signifies. It is certainly the quantification of this award's life-changing impact on 340 students, now alumni, with many already paying it forward to their communities. And it is, of course, a testament to the generous and lasting support of trustees, past and present, who have contributed to this scholarship program. We have with us today special guests, Trustees Emeritus Bob Linscheid and Lou Monville. I would like to acknowledge also and thank the members of the CSU Foundation Board of Governors for their generous contributions and commitment to this university. These awards are what they are today because of your work and your leadership. Let's give a round of applause to the foundation members who are able to join us today in just a moment for the applause. Thank you very much. But we'll applause really once I go through their names. I didn't do that very well. Obviously, I don't come up to the standard of a trustee scholar. So Ron and Mitzi Barhorst, who are sponsoring a student from Sacramento. Peter Brightbill from Wells Fargo, who is sponsoring a veteran at Dominguez Hills. Kristen and Bob Krellin, Kristen's company, Schools First Credit Union, is sponsoring a student from Bakersfield. Michael Lizarraga and his wife, Oneda, were unable to attend today, but I think Kiki is here representing Telecu in their place. Telecu is sponsoring a scholar studying biology from Monterey Bay and is also sponsoring today's reception that'll be outside the foyer immediately following our festivities in this room. Michael Lucky, who is sponsoring a student from Fullerton. Gillian Wright from SoCal Gas, who is sponsoring a student from Los Angeles. In addition, I would like to thank Ron Fong, whose company, the California Grocers Association, has awarded $100,000 in scholarships for CSU students this year. So now let's have an applause for those wonderful people. I would also like to thank all of the trustees, past and present, who have generously contributed to this scholarship program, including Jack McGrory, who is sponsoring a student from Maritime, Peter Taylor and his wife Corlin, who are sponsoring a student from San Bernardino, Becky Eisen and her husband James, who are sponsoring a student from San Francisco State, and Adam Day and the Sikwan Band of the Kumeyaay Nation for sponsoring a student from Sonoma. And finally, we owe our deepest thanks and gratitude to Trustee Emeritus Ali Razi. You know, Ali is a member of the CSU Foundation Board and chairs the Trustees Award Selection Committee. And his unyielding dedication to the Trustees Award has allowed the program to thrive and to flourish, and in turn forever change the lives of hundreds of students, 340 plus, and their families. I've just learned that this amazing man committed to increase endowment so future Razi scholars will be able to have assistance to meet the rising total costs of attendance. This year's top scholar, the Razi Scholar, receives a $12,000 scholarship. Ali, would you please join me at the podium and offer your thoughts and comments?
Thank you, Chancellor White. Every year, I am very excited to read many stories of these students. They share remarkable desire to succeed in spite of their incredible challenges. For everyone here celebrating their accomplishment, thank you for investing in their academics and their life. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ali. Now I'd like to introduce you to this year's Raleigh Scholar, Manuel Gonzalez IV. Manuel, could you join us at the podium, please? Manuel Gonzalez, this year's Raleigh Scholar, is an outstanding student at San Diego State. He is an accomplished researcher and a student leader. Let's hear his story. Please watch the video.
I was born and raised in Oxnard, California, and I'm a third-generation Mexican-American. Being from a low-income family, I remember we were living in a motel. No one knew that we were living in a motel. I would go to Bubbling Springs Park, and I would sit under a tree for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, having negative feelings about just kind of what I was going through. So one day I literally woke up and I recall laying in bed for an hour just reflecting on everything that I was going through at the time. And I just knew that this is not how I was going to live the rest of my life. And I remember just opening my laptop, going to the Oxnard College website, and literally signing up for college right then and there.
One of the most impressive things about Manuel is the degree in which he's overcome tremendous barriers in his life. He really has this tremendous potential for resilience, in that he has a goal and he doesn't let anything get in his way. Something that I think we all can learn from.
I think what drives Manuel is not only a desire to succeed for himself, but also knowing that he represents so many other students, whether it's low-income students, first-generation to college students, students of color, etc. He has a story that he knows is relatable.
He's an incredibly mature, resilient, upbeat, talented individual, and I sometimes think he doesn't credit his own strength enough in turning things around. I actually don't know how he overcame all of those obstacles, and he's so humble about it.
One of the things that Manuel has taught me is resilience and patience. Again, patience is a really crucial trait to have in life, but in academia as well. and I see how stresses sort of roll off his back. And sometimes I have to sit back and think, wow, that's a good lesson for me too.
I first met Manuel when he applied to a National Cancer Institute funded summer program. By the end of that 8-week period, Manuel had developed a conference presentation that he then delivered in the fall at a national conference that really only faculty and grad students present at.
I think one of the highlights from an academic perspective is he published a first author peer-reviewed paper in Health Psychology, which is the top behavioral medicine academic journal in the world, where many faculty would like to get published. The fact that he did this as an undergrad is just truly amazing.
He's someone that brings people together and is always concerned about his community.
So that degree of wanting to give back to those who are less fortunate, to service his community, I think that really motivates and drives him.
He talks about reducing physical and mental health disparities in underserved groups. And so my hope is that he will continue to make a difference in that arena, very broadly speaking, through research, through service, through teaching.
That's really what drives me, to know that my education, along with the experiences that I've learned throughout my college experience, I can share that knowledge and that wealth and hopefully empower other students to do the same.
I think education has been crucial in Manuel's life, and it might well be a turning point in which he was allowed to be in an environment that was very enriching, that gave him the opportunities to pursue his interests, and that fostered this passion, this flame of intellectual curiosity.
I'm very happy for my education and I'm very happy for where I'm going to end up, but my biggest goal in life is to buy a house. It's to buy a house that I can have and call my own, so that my kids don't experience the same thing I experienced in life. But I also want to look back on my life and think, I did everything I could in my power to make my life as enriching as possible.
Every student that walks through my door has a unique story, but I think with Manuel in particular, his spirit is so shiny and he's been through a lot in his life.
I think things such as homelessness and not having a place to stay and family issues sometimes are out of our control. But what I would like to share with others is that there's a lot of things that are also in your control. I think my success and my future, I owe it to everyone that's been there throughout my life.
Manuel, on behalf of San Diego State University, congratulations on receiving the prestigious Razzie Award. We are so proud of you, and we're rooting for you along the way.
Well, Manuel, shiny, resilient, persistent, perseverant, proud, we are of you. Would you share a few words?
Sorry. Well, thank you, Chancellor White. On behalf of my fellow recipients, thank you for believing in us. These awards are more than financial support. They are an acknowledgement of our talent and our ability to succeed. We are grateful for the opportunities provided to us by our CSU education. Thank you.
Thank you. What's next?
PhD in clinical psychology. USC. Number one place I'm applying to. But across the United States, who knows?
Yeah, it's just, be open. The plan is be open.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right, we'll see. I think I have to walk you out there. Well, thank you, Manuel. I now ask Chairman Day and Trustee Fong to join us for the presentation, and Trustee Fong will call each awardee forward to receive a certificate of recognition.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to help recognize this year's outstanding class of trustee scholars, a truly stellar group. We just saw his video, so let's begin by recognizing our trustee emeritus, Ali C. Razzie Scholar, Manuel Gonzalez IV. Manuel is a senior majoring in psychology with a minor in public health. He plans to earn a doctoral degree in clinical psychology and pursue a career as a California State University faculty member, where he will conduct research on Hispanic health and mentor the next generation of diverse minority scientists. Manuel, it would be terrific to have you join our faculty. The following awardees will be announced in campus order. The school's first Federal Credit Union scholar, Rawiya Isa Mohammed Osman, immigrated to the United States to escape mounting conflict in Africa. She is a sophomore at Cal State Bakersfield, pursuing a teaching credential so that she can make a positive impact on children's lives. She is currently a teacher's assistant, helping students improve reading and comprehension skills. Ma Teresa Kisau has been inducted into numerous honor societies and is entering her third year in the nursing program at CSU Channel Islands. Teresa aspires to be a neonatal critical care nurse and become a clinical instructor for a mother-infant program. Sony Tao is a senior at Chico State, thriving in the concrete industry management program and getting hands-on experience as a research assistant in the concrete testing lab. He has applied his skills on numerous building projects for his community. Wells Fargo scholar Hawk Mithadson returned to school after a 20-year hiatus and is currently pursuing a master's degree in sociology at Cal State Dominguez Hills. Hawk was instrumental in opening an urban farm on campus and continues to research the intersection of food access and race, with hopes of applying that research to improve food policy in Los Angeles. Angela Mae Platone immigrated from the Philippines and pursues her education to help her family achieve a better life. At Cal State East Bay, she is a sophomore, majoring in kinesiology and pre-nursing. Angela is a volunteer at John Muir Health Hospital and aspires to become a maternity nurse. Catherine Mueller is president of the Pre-Pharmacy Club at Fresno State, conducts biochemistry research, and volunteers in the pharmacy at Valley Children's Hospital. She is a senior majoring in biochemistry and plans to become a clinical pediatric pharmacist. The Michael and Debbie Lucky Scholar, Amanda Knock Nguyen, transferred from community college with honors and is now a junior at Cal State Fullerton, majoring in business administration with a concentration in accounting. She volunteers her time doing accounting for organizations on campus and tutoring students. Her plans are to work for a public accounting firm. Angelina Torres began raising her 3 siblings at a very young age. After receiving her GED and working for several years, she decided to attend community college at the age of 28. After earning 2 associate degrees, she transferred to Humboldt State to pursue her bachelor's degree in social work. She plans to become a licensed clinical social worker and attorney. Daria Antonova is a senior at Cal State Long Beach, majoring in civil engineering. In addition to being a student leader, Daria is a research assistant for a graduate-level geotechnical engineering project in collaboration with UCLA. She wants to continue through to her PhD so she can teach the next generation of engineers. SoCal Gas scholar Janelle Kuala was born and raised in Guam and came to Cal State LA to challenge herself academically. She is pursuing a degree in biochemistry and is currently president of the Chemistry and Biochemistry Club. She has extensive research experience, including participation in the Caltech Wave Fellows Program. The trustee Jack McGrory Scholar, Jasmine Silvestri, is one of just 3 women majoring in mechanical engineering and pursuing a Coast Guard Third Assistant Engineer's license at Cal Maritime. A highly respected leader on campus, Jasmine served as the Divisional Executive Officer to over 100 cadets. After graduation, she hopes to work in alternative energy production. Telugu scholar Brian Sierra Rivera is a first-generation American citizen, first-generation student, and plans to be the first in his family to earn a PhD. He is a biology major with a concentration in ecology, evolution, and organism biology, and is tossing in a minor in chemistry for good measure. He is an accomplished researcher and plans to apply his knowledge in academia to help other first-generation students from underrepresented minority communities. Irma Gonzalez is pursuing a master's in social work at Northridge. She has maintained a 4.0 GPA while working full-time at Tri-County's Regional Center, supporting adults with developmental disabilities. Irma plans to obtain her license in social work and continue to serve the community advocating for human rights. Rosangela Odgers completed her undergraduate degree at CSU San Bernardino and is now at Cal Poly Pomona, completing a graduate degree in nutrition and food science. She currently serves in the United States Air Force Reserves and has taken a leadership role on campus as an advisor to the Veterans Resource Center. The Ron and Mitzi Barhorse scholar, Lei Vang, is one of 10 children raised by Hmong refugee parents. Lei is a graduate student at Sacramento in the Career Counseling Program. He is a coach for Degrees, which is an acronym for dedicated to educating, graduating, and retaining educational equity students. He advises and connects students to campus resources and facilitates career development workshops. Lei plans to become a full-time counselor in the community where he was raised. The trustee Peter and Corlin Taylor scholar, Saxi Tran, is a senior at San Bernardino completing a bachelor's in nursing and a certificate in health equity and disparities. She plans to begin her career as an intensive care nurse, work toward becoming an advanced public health nurse, and eventually earning her doctorate of nursing practice. Saxi is also an ASI student leadership representing the College of Natural Sciences. The trustee Rebecca and James Eisen scholar, Salma Abdel Rahim, graduated with honors from the College of William and Mary before coming to San Francisco State to earn a graduate degree in Geographic Information Systems. Salma is a teaching assistant in environmental science and a student assistant at the Hines Marine and Coastal Biogeography Research Lab. She plans to work as a marine geospatial scientist serving vulnerable coastal communities. Suzanne Walter is a former foster youth, earning a graduate degree in occupational therapy at San Jose State. Suzanne's empathy for others and drive to help are the core of who she is. A career in occupational therapy will allow Suzanne to help people overcome many of the same and personal struggles she has faced in her own life. David Denisov fled the Soviet Union due to religious persecution. He is currently a biological sciences major at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and sees his degree as a path to a career in medicine. David's volunteer work at a senior living facility and shadowing medical specialists in a clinical setting is helping to deepen his knowledge about medicine. Jesus Perez is an applied physics major at San Marcos and is the first in his family to attend college. He recently completed a prestigious internship with the U.S. Department of Energy's Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory. Jesus plans to pursue a PhD in plasma physics, hoping to become a professor and inspire math and physics students who are struggling to dream big. Mariah Chastain is majoring in environmental studies with an emphasis in conservation and restoration and minoring in biology at Sonoma State. She has 3 on-campus jobs, first leading backpacking trips as an outdoor pursuits leader, second serving as a peer mentor for science students, and finally as a summer orientation leader. After graduating and working in the field, she intends to pursue a doctorate in environmental conservation with an emphasis in Indigenous studies. Given Mariah's interest in Indigenous studies, it is fitting that her scholarship is sponsored by the Sikwan Band of the Kumeyaay Nation. Thank you, Chairman Day. Livier Camarena Sanchez is a first-generation college student and daughter of migrant parents. She is at Stanislaus State, earning a bachelor's degree in biological sciences with a minor in molecular and microbial biology and a minor in chemistry. Livier recently completed a summer internship at Kaiser Permanente and is a medical scribe at Doctors Medical Center. She plans to pursue a career in gynecology, focusing on women's preventative care. Awardees, thank you all for representing the best that California State University has to offer. Through each of your stories, we see incredible perseverance, intelligence, hard work, and sleepless nights. We also see the love and support of your families, friends, colleagues, professors, and staff that have helped you along the way. Indeed, through your stories, we see that hopeful, dream-driven spirit that has defined this university and California. Finally, fellow trustees, it is my great honor to present to you the CSU Trustees Award recipient class of 2018.
Hold for the picture. Thank you all for your tremendous contributions to the CSU. On behalf of my fellow trustees and the California State University, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. And as a reminder to everyone, thanks to the generous support of Teleku and Tumaya Restaurant, I invite everyone to join us in the courtyard for a reception honoring the awardees. Chairman Day, that concludes the business of the Institutional Advancement Committee.
Thank you, Chair Furstenberg. Thank you and congratulations to all of our awardees. That does conclude our business for the day. Please join us outside for the reception in honor of these outstanding individuals. And with that, we will adjourn until tomorrow morning at 8:30.